Hello all and welcome to another blind bags opening video, and today I've got 5 of these to open, these Toy Mania Century Square blind bags. Apparently we're going to spin, push, pop and twist them, and what I've just noticed for the very first time here, it says on the front is, can you find the limited edition graffiti square? That would be pretty cool to find. I'm sure it would be quite obvious as to what the graffiti square is if it turns up. We might have a bit of paper inside explaining which ones we can collect, because apparently there are 16 designs to collect. So I'm noticing stuff on the front for the very first time, and unfortunately I made a little bit of a boober here because I bought 5 of these, and apparently if you collect 6 of them you can make a cube. Now I didn't know they fitted together, and I never really thought of that at the time because I bought 10 as worth. These were £2 each, and yeah, we got 5 of them. But anyway, we can sort of make some sort of a open top box out of them, and we'll try and fit them all together. Nothing on the back I did notice earlier, so everything about which ones we can get is inside, or we just have to hope we get 16 different ones, and they are very colourful going by the looks of that there. Collect, connect and swap. I don't know anybody else who's bought these. But anyway, let's get these out of the way, make a bit more room as we open them one by one. So let's start doing that process now. And these look very simple to open. He nearly cursed himself. And let's see, and the colourfulness that I spotted on the front does continue. Is there any paper inside about which ones we can get or not? I don't think so, no. Okay, 16 to collect, but we're not going to tell you. You're just going to have to try and find 16 different ones. Right. First impressions. So I think it did. Right, get the pack back. Sorry, it did say on the front here. I think that they make noise and they move and do stuff like that. Oh, there we go. Sound and touch. So, and they obviously connect together. Spinny bit in the middle, which looks like a part of a nut and bolt, doesn't it? That would be the nut, not the bolt. And these things here make a clicking noise as well. These little green things here. It's kind of cool, actually. I'm actually very excited to actually put a few of these together now. You could just make one long chain of them rather than a box or a cube. For a moment I saw red and I thought I was going to get a duplicate straight away. It is really annoying that there is no sort of, a bit of paper telling me which ones we can get. I've got a switch there that doesn't really click sort of each side. Got a blue star there. Yellow. So the noise is pretty much all the same, I think. Interesting how it does turn up a bit different, and already I want to know how these clip together. Maybe they have to clip in a cube. Oh, there we go. So that's fastened together. I mean, do you know what? They are the sort of Century items which you could sort of sit down and just innuendos, sit down and fiddle with, which is exactly what they should set out to achieve. I must admit, I'm already hoping that they're not all red and I do get a different colour. Again, looking at the front here, there isn't actually a red one on there, sort of a light purple, a blue and a green one with a big red spot in the middle. Anyway, now we've got this one in our hands, let's get this one open. There we go, there's the green one. And that is a very similar, 16 to collect, but does different colour count? Because obviously this is a different colour, but it's the same setup as this one, which is interesting. So if it's just a case of there's only, I can't do 16 divided by 6 quick enough if that is an even number. Oh, that's you know, I didn't even pick up on that when I first pulled this one. That's got a pop in the middle. That's pretty cool. That literally, I could sit there for hours just doing this. Yeah, they really do get me. I do. Yeah, I could literally do that. Right. I actually want to break up the redness here. So, all right, okay, and then we can. Yeah, so we'll have a red one each side, and hopefully we don't get too many more red ones. There we go, clicks in, makes a really loud. Although I've got 2 of those to get. Right, this is going to do my OCD no world of good, these things. If I've got 2 of the same type next to each other, but that can't really be avoided because I've only bought 5 of them. Right, number 4, and this one is blue, and the same as this one here. Oh, do you know, I really want to see the graffiti square, so we'll put, yeah. Again, I'm wondering how many different styles there are, and if different colours count, because that's a bit of a cop out if they're claiming there's 16 different ones, and you get a lot that are just the same but different colours. Do you know what? I must admit, I thought these squares, when I saw the picture of them on the website, and in general were actually a lot smaller. So this time to put a lid or bottom on this box, depending on how you want to look at it. And hopefully it's a graffiti square. And hopefully it's a different set of buttons and spinny bits and poppers than the ones we've already got, because we've only got 2 different types. And as I say, 16 to collect is what they're claiming. 24. Collect 24 to make a mega cube. I'm not buying 24 of these at £2 each, which is 48 quid, and I'm not spending nearly £50 on these, even though they're a nice little thing. And if Century Squares help you in some way, shape or form, then these aren't a bad things. And this is, I think I've got a duplicate here. So I reckon that there's probably different multiple colours and they're counting them as different rather than different designs. That is a little bit disappointing. But yeah, if you've got an entire cube of these and they're different or different enough. Oh. I tell you what, once you get them clipped in, they don't fall apart easy. I will give them that. It's sort of like a weird-ass storage box now, isn't it? Bit of a long pause there because I kind of don't know what to make of it. Because I think that's the disappointment of only getting 2 designs out of 5 and wondering how many there are. As I say, it's a little bit of a cop-out not putting them on the pack which designs you can get, or putting a bit of paper inside as to which ones you can get. I'm going to check another bag just quickly in case that one bag just missed its bit of paper on production. No, that's 2 without, he says. Yeah, definitely checking 2 different ones now, just in case I picked up the same one as I started with. But yeah, do you know, it's a nice thing, it's a cool thing, and as I say, if the Century items help you, then these would be pretty cool to sit down. I think they'd be perhaps better if you sort of made a sheet out of them. Can we make a sheet? Oh god, these don't come apart easily. Right, he says literally. There we go, testing the durability now. There we go. Can we just make a big... Oh, well, if you can make a mega cube, you can make a sheet. Can you imagine getting a sheet of 4 different ones of these and then just sitting there? Can we do that? Surely must be able to. There we go, test number 2 done. That, yeah, it's still got a bit of movement that way. And that would be pretty... Yeah, and you could just... I wonder if you could put it on the floor and then put it with your feet. How comfortable that would be, or not be, as the case would be. Yeah, the rocker switches feel like a bit of a cop-out. This one doesn't really needs to... I'd prefer that if it clicked, I think, rather than just sit there rocking it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is 5 of these Century Squares, which I think are a cool thing. I think I maybe expected a bit more, but at the same time, I don't think they're a bad thing, and certainly for the money, and do you know what? They're all right. They're all right. I don't hate them. But there's just been a little bit of disappointment with the lack of variation within 5 mystery bags. Or maybe that's just my bad luck. Oh, does that fit there? Can we sort of make... No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I just kind of weirdly got wedged. Right, anyway, distracted. But there we go. That is 5 Century item blind bags by the good people of Toy Mania opened. What did you think? I really am interested in what people think about this one. Because, as I say, I'm caught between being... mildly impressed and disappointed at the same time. But yeah, I think these ones here are going to be the ones that just sit there and pop that in and out. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think it just leaves me to wrap this video up and say thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit a thumbs up because I like it when you do that. So does YouTube. So thank you very much in advance if you do that. And if you like blind bags openings, there's plenty of it on this channel. I do an absolute ton of it because I really enjoyed doing it. So please consider subscribing. I think you're awesome if you subscribe. If you've already subscribed, you're already awesome. Thank you very much for watching again. And as always, please do take care.